Hello everyone, it's Ed Hopkins. I'm the lead designer of Leadsmith. We created Leadsmith to take the opt-in form lead generation to the next level. Most people now use expensive lead page design services that have built-in opt-in forms, or even services that create just plain opt-in forms. At the end of the day, no matter how good those services are, the leads generated are not really prospects, but what I like to call suspects. I say suspects only because once that lead is submitted, it ages to the point of no interest in the original product or services they requested within just hours. Customers may even shop around once they get the idea in their head what they really want. Of course, with Leadsmith, you can do the normal email follow-up sequences with your favorite AR services, but it's not enough. And people are not planning in front of their email client all day to see what you're offering them. These are the same customers, though, that do have cell phones that are text message enabled, and if you're anything like me, I'm 100% sure you are, when the text message comes in, you check your phone within literally seconds to see who's calling or texting. Leadsmith allows you to create unlimited scheduled SMSs after the customer has signed up, keeping that customer engaged and interested. Now you're turning a lead suspect into a real prospect. The true strength of Leadsmith is that its quick deployment of nice looking web forms into any web page, WordPress site, even Facebook pages, even more. Literally, with Leadsmith, you can be collecting leads, real engaged prospects, in just a couple minutes. Leadsmith includes some great pre-made templates in many niches that you can implement within seconds, or you can create your own. In our training area, we show you 2 great niche techniques to use within Facebook to generate streams of prospects to businesses. Once you see the training, you will just get it, and you'll see the value with any niche that you can create inside of the system. Now I'm going to take you through a demonstration of the Leadsmith back office. It's very easy to use. There's only a few buttons you really need to know. First and foremost, the dashboard. This is where we access all of our data regarding SMS and get all of our usage. Now, we also have access to our pre-made templates here. And we're going to be adding templates on a regular basis, and you'll see the numbers grow here next to the category names. Now, as discussed earlier, we did have a Facebook model which we created and can be implemented for almost any niche, but we kind of custom tailored it for the restaurant. Once you watch this video of how to implement it into Facebook, it's going to totally click, and you're going to see how to implement all of these other niche campaigns into the same type of advertising. Just click on preview and you'll be able to watch that video. But I'm just going to take you through some of these templates. You can see here exactly what they look like, and then it tells you exactly what it does. This is the same for almost every single template. You're going to be able to see what it looks like before you create it. Now, when you're ready to create, you have an option of creating your own custom one, or create one that's already been designed for you. In both instances, the system works exactly the same. So if I click on health and medical, let's say I want to do a health campaign, I'm going to click on the button here. I'm going to give this campaign a name. I'm going to add the campaign. Now you're going to see here everything is ready to go. Now the intention behind this particular template is to get leads for a business that is an insurance agent. And then usually insurance agents, they sell car insurance, health insurance, and so forth. But let's kind of get into how the builder works. This is what I call a 2-column form. It is responsive, and we have many options here where we can slide content and forms onto both sides of this particular column. So like I can bring that over here, I could slide this over here. But for the sake of argument, let's put everything back. And I'll slide this over here. And I accidentally pushed the button there. And I want this name to come down here. And we can edit the content here. We can put our terms of service right here. And you'll see here it instantly creates it onto the form once you hit save. Now you can add input boxes, text areas, radio buttons, check boxes, drop downs, date pickers, custom HTML, and also hidden fields. Now with drop downs, when we add a drop down to this field, we have the option on the next step to create a situation where we can send leads to multiple users. Like for example here, I'll come in here and click on the edit, and we're going to have two options here. We want to say what type of insurance, and we're going to have car, and then we'll have health. Hit save, hit close. Now I'm going to show you how that works on the next page, how we can segregate these leads to different businesses. But I'll get a little bit more into the form builder here. Now you do have the option, if you want to create a full-fledged landing page, you can do so with the header content and the static footer content. Initially we designed this so you can put in like your disclaimers down here and maybe even a logo up in here. Now it's a full what you see is what you get editor. You can drag and drop images into the page. You can add video. Anything that you can do with any editor made by Microsoft or Adobe can be done here too. We do have advanced form styles. Like I said before, we have the single column and double column. We can choose our form background colors. Like if I want to make this a little bit darker, come down here, click on apply style, and you'll see the background changed. We can do that, set the border radiuses for all of our borders here, background colors, it's all covered. And we also have Google Fonts implemented into the form builder, so you can make some pretty looking forms. I'll jump into the next step here, and next we have our notifications. Now we have two options here. We can send leads via email to a business, so we'll put the email of the business here, and we have the option to send that lead instantly, or if that lead came in on the weekend, it won't get delivered till the following Monday at 9 a.m. But here's the cool thing here. Let's say we want to have those leads segregated based on the selection of that drop down. If you remember, we did car and health insurance. So I click on filter. Now let's say we want to send all the car insurance leads to this person. So when the selection is car, we'll send an email to that business, and we'll create another one and now we're going to deliver all the health insurance leads to this business. Now we can do the same thing with SMS as well. So we'll put the phone number in, and we'll choose all the health, and let's say a health lead comes in. That same user is not only going to get an email, but they're also going to get an SMS. The next thing we can do is set up our SMS autoresponders. So we can have an instant SMS go out once that person signs up. Here is your free coupon. And then you can just put a bit.ly link in there to the coupon or to the actual image of the coupon, and then we can decide when that particular SMS autoresponder goes out. In this case, if we set to 0 and 0, it's going to go out instantly. We can also do the same filters based on the selection, just like with the businesses. So we can determine what autoresponders will go out based on their selections. But we're not going to do that now. I'm just going to go ahead and add this one here. So now we've added our first autoresponder here. Now let's say we want to have one that follows up in 2 days. Now this is the whole theory behind keeping a lead fresh. You say, thanks for checking in with us the other day. Here's another coupon. Or whatever you want to do. And then put the bit.ly link in. We're going to do that 2 days later. We want to do this at noon. So we just do 12. Let's say do 12:05. We have the same options here with filters. We're not going to do it though here. Click on submit, and now we've added another responder. So now we're keeping this lead fresh because we're staying in contact with them in the best method to keep in contact with somebody, which is text message marketing. Next, we got our AR services. We have these built in. If yours is not listed, more than likely you can always just take your HTML code from your other service, just plug it in here, and 9 times out of 10 it'll work. If it doesn't, always hit us up and we'll gladly implement it into the system free of charge. Next, we have the confirmation settings. We have, after a form is submitted, we want to show text. In this case, I'm just going to show an image. We have another option too, where if we click this, it'll just redirect directly to another web page. And I want you guys to keep in mind too, when this page is displayed, the actual form is displayed on Facebook, it instantly updates to the thank you page after they fill out the form. And if we set up any redirects, we can redirect from right within Facebook. So there's the power there. We also have the option too where we'll display this thanks page for like 7 seconds, and then it'll go to the web page that we set here. So now we're talking about true power of delivering something and then sending them to another page to get more information. It's all built in and ready to go for you. And lastly, and this is another powerful feature that most people might not know how to use, but this allows you to send the data submitted in the form into any API that's out there. As long as you structure your forms exactly like the variable set up in those APIs and those lead generation systems like Leads360, localleadmachines.com, Wrecking Ball SMS, as long as you structure those variables exactly how they want their data to come in, it'll instantly send that data. But we're not going to do that now. I'm just going to throw that up in here, and we're just going to show this on the thanks page. Click publish and get embed codes. And now we get to this page. We have many embed options here. We have the form URL where we can just take a person to this link. We have a link that we can place on the web page. We just change the name in here. We have an image link where it's almost like the regular link, except we're just putting an image name in here with image tags. Next, we have iframe code. Just plug it into any website. We can change our a size to accommodate whatever content we have in the forms. And then we have Facebook integration. We could share this deal on our Facebook wall, or we can add it as a page built into Facebook page, into a Facebook fan page. So another powerful tool there. And lastly, we have the WordPress option, which allows you to do complete white labeling of the form outside of Facebook, and that uses a plugin. You just grab the zip file, install it into the plugins on your WordPress installation, and you're ready to go start having forms on your WordPress pages. There are full instructions how to use all these elements inside of the training center. So let's go ahead and we'll save everything. I think we have already. I'm going to go here. I'm going to fill out this form. And I want you guys to know that this page is definitely responsive. So here we got our general web view. Here's our tablet view. Now we start getting into mobile view. You'll see that the form will drop below the header that we, or the image that we put on the left side. So whatever's on the right side is always going to drop from what was on the left side. Now if we have this as a one column, it's always just going to stay the same. Everything is just going to shrink. But I'm going to go ahead and fill out this form. And we can do our date picker here. Health, how's your bad. Get help now. And now we get our thank you page. Everything's working. Come back here, go to our campaigns. Now if I find our medical one, we'll see here our form displays and then our leads generated. So I'm going to jump over to, I think it was the medical one that I did. I'm sorry, it was this one, health time. So I'm going to click on reports here. And now we have our full view of the data that was submitted. And it's all nicely stacked up. We have ways to view it on this page here, but this is usually the best way because we can do the sorting with the columns. We can export in the PDF and a CSV, and we can see the SMS usage. If you remember, here's the AR that went out. If you remember, this was the number I put in. And then here's the notification that went to the business. And then here was the instant SMS that went out, I think it was. And no, this isn't it. It was just this. There's one that's in queue to go out, I think 2 days from now. So we've got everything, full reporting of all SMS. We have same thing with the email reports. Anything that was delivered will show up here as well. So that's the quick look into LeadSmith. It's a very powerful tool. The most powerful part about it is the SMS, and I think you're going to love just the sheer ease of being able to create quick forms and be able to keep those leads fresh. They won't be suspects anymore. They're going to be real prospects for your business. And what that's going to mean is more money for you at the end of the day when they see these leads are quality that are coming through their doors. This is Edward Hopkins, LeadSmith. Hope you enjoy it.